Roll Tide, everybody, and welcome to the last call. We're going to talk about what's going on at camp so far. You're hearing two guys emerging as potential playmaking stars. Not going to surprise you at all. We'll talk offensive line. And would you be upset if someone had the audacity to wear your number after you were finished with college and gone to the NFL? One player has. And we're going to get into that too. I'm going to ask this guy. He did some things in college football. And would it ever cross his mind to say, hey, pal, get that off your chest? You don't get to wear 14. Let's go. There he is, Mr. Jake Coker, number 14 at Alabama, national championship winning QB. I'm Mick Gillispie. We're going to talk about the number thing because it is so interesting. But I got to get this thing going out of camp. We got one scrimmage down. We got another scrimmage coming up on Thursday. And you're hearing two guys are emerging as star playmakers. It's not going to surprise you. One, Ryan Coleman-Williams, bigger, faster, stronger, worked all offseason on catching the football, making a bunch of great grabs, confidence there, leadership. And Daniel Hill, slimmed up. He's always been a physical, tough runner. But with all of the problems that they're having, keeping guys healthy at the running back spot, he may be a Derrick Henry type guy where they just have to keep giving him the ball if somebody else doesn't step up and kind of slide into that number 2 running back role.
Yeah, I don't want to get carried away with the Derrick Henry comparisons.
I mean, just on the amount of times that he would carry the football.
Yeah.
Not that he's going to win a Heisman or anything. I hope he does.
Well, we talked about this on the last show. You've got guys. I think when you see guys physically transform like that, during the offseason, kind of shows where their head is. And again, it's not like he was a game breaker last year, but you saw some promise, especially midway through the year. Felt like he started making some plays and really becoming a viable option. I didn't think he was all that explosive to begin the year. And I think, you look at the transformation of his body. I mean, that makes a huge difference, dropping some weight, getting more lean. I think more explosive, more agile. And that's exactly what he needed to do, be that more explosive, agile back instead of strictly a power runner he made some catches too, don't get me wrong, but I didn't feel like he was as dynamic as some of our other options. I think with that size, with that type of body composition, that kind of effort and focus in the offseason, it really kind of shows you where his head is, and he's trying to be the next Alabama great.
They've had some issues there with guys staying healthy. A.K. Deer had a good scrimmage, scored a touchdown, ankle injury. They're saying he's going to be out a while. And then you got
6 weeks, I think. I think he's supposed to come back against Georgia.
E.J. Crowell, hey, is this guy going to ever practice? I mean, they say good things about him, but it's hard to be a true freshman and be hurt all the time and not practice.
Yeah, the way those scenarios tend to go, especially for freshmen, is what I worry about is a guy that comes in, gets hurt, spends a lot of time away from the team, is exposed to the college lifestyle, gets kind of lost in that, loses focus on football. I'm hoping he's reined in and kept, pretty involved in what's going on. I mean, I know what he missed most of the spring, has now missed most of camp. A young guy, and when that happens, you're going through the rehabs, you're away from the team. Sometimes you get lost and forgotten. So, again, I hope that there's a realization there that with the lack of depth in the running back room, which was not something that we thought was an issue, with these injuries, you never know. And I hope he's getting on the field reps. I hope he's in that running back room. I hope he's not always in the training room getting nothing but treatment. He needs to be involved, and he doesn't need to get lost in the shuffle here in year one. Look, if he's not playing this year, he's going to play next year unless these injuries continue to pile up. I just don't like this start, man. When you get a young guy who's with all this hype around him, and all of a sudden he's away from the team basically his entire first year on campus, you don't want to see that snowball.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Well, and I just feel like for them to have the success that it's going to take to win, you got to have some options at the running back spot. And the crazy thing is, the guy you keep hearing about, nobody would have ever even thought about this guy. But he's kind of just like making a name for himself. I'm talking about Brown. Like, the guy, just, you give him Trayshawn Brown. Like, he's just throughout practices and camps and 8A, like, it's like, who is this guy? That's what's cool about playing sports, is it doesn't matter how many stars you have next to your name, or how many accolades you get, or how many people want to tell you how great you are. You put that uniform on, and when you get out on the field, everybody's even again.
Yeah.
And this guy's a great example of what happens when someone just goes out there and proves that their talent and desire and ability is just as good or better than a lot of other people. I hope that it translates into the games.
Yeah. Look, I want to see every player on that, at Alabama succeed and do well. The thing about this, again, with EJ is, when I was throughout my career, Florida State, Alabama, always, I felt like I can point to an injury at some point, every year. And I think everybody has them. But I think, again, you spend too much time off the field, other guys are going to emerge and take your spot. At some point, you're going to get told, you need to miss practice today. You need to stay off the field. At some point, you got to say, nah, fuck it, I'm in. I'm just going to make it work. I had a broken foot at Florida State, and I spent a lot of time on the bike and the ropes during our fourth quarter program, which was, the strength and conditioning program right before spring ball starts. And then when spring practice started, you get that foot taped up, you get it protected within the cleat, and then you get out there and play. Because if you don't, again, somebody's coming for your spot and you're moving down that roster. And when that starts happening and you show that, you're a guy that can't be relied upon because you're hurt all the time and you're always off the field, somebody else is going to emerge. It's going to happen at top tier programs. It's not like, you're special. There's other guys in there that are going to come in and take your spot. It just is what it is. Alabama, when I broke my toe during my senior year camp, I broke it, had surgery the next day, and I was back on the field in 3 days. Just, hey, basically, am I going to be able to walk again if I go out there and practice today? They're like, yeah, you got 2 screws in it. It'll hurt, but it's not going to cause long-term damage. I was like, all right, going to practice, like I said, it's very, very hard to recover from injuries, both on the field and off the field. Guys coming for your spot, you start missing a lot of time, and you start to grow accustomed to that, and it distances you from that locker room and distances you from that team. So, I hope EJ is working his way back, because as much as we're hearing about Holden, he looks like he's kind of becoming that next guy up.
Yeah.
Working in for those AK Deer reps and possibly working in for those Kevin Riley reps. I know we all know Daniel Hill is the guy, but Daniel Hill's not going to be able to. I know we're comparing to Derrick Henry carries, but that's a hard thing to do. Hopefully he is that guy, but carrying the ball 40, 50 times a game is unheard of nowadays.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm just saying, like, he's built to do it. I remember everybody talking about Derrick Henry, like, dude's squatting. This guy squats 800 pounds. That's right. Can you squat 800?
Well, the thing about Derrick was that he didn't. I mean, the guy just lived, breathed, ate, drank, slept football. Like, I mean, it was his body was unreal. I mean, there was no weakness. And I mean, we'd go have a 2-hour practice. He'd be in the weight room squatting. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know,
Yeah,
you
right.
sick. Yeah, you just sick mentality. You know, just a different animal. And that, I mean, you know, it makes me think about, look back, like, man, maybe I should have squatted. I wasn't running the ball.
And now we know what your problem was.
I'm dropping back and
I saw an interview where he was talking about like being in the NFL and thinking he was going to get cut, you know, and then his breakout game. I was in Jacksonville when he had that 99-yard run, and then none of the Jaguars cornerbacks wanted to stop him. Do you remember this? He's just like throwing dudes and stuff.
Or a linebacker like out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of my like 10 tweets was watching that, and I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, just unreal. Because I remember it used to make me so mad. Guys, you know, these analysts would talk about how he wasn't agile enough to be a first or second rounder. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to go late because he just doesn't have the NFL agility. And I was like, dude, he is bigger, stronger, and probably faster than 98% of the guys on the field outside of the DBs and receivers.
Right.
And you're going to tell me that this guy, I mean, you're going to tell me this guy's not in the top 10% of best players in the draft? I mean, what are we talking about here? You know? And then, of course, he gets up there and he's just manhandling people, making grown men look like boys. I mean, it literally, some of his NFL highlights look like his high school highlights. Just a total animal out there.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, I'm hoping Daniel Hill's that guy, because going into this first game, he's one of the on offense, and we can talk about the defense all day long, and we can talk about them with a ton of confidence. But from an offensive standpoint, offensive line, trying to find cohesion. We don't know who the starters are yet, although I think James is beating out Brooks for right tackle. And I'm wondering if Mal Waltrip's really making a push, because they seem to make you think that, you know, maybe he edges out Sanders somehow. I don't know, but and you don't know who the quarterback's going to be, although I think it's going to be Russell in a tight race. I think it's a really tight race, but I think they're going to go with Russell just over his innate ability to make unbelievable plays outside of the pocket. And I also think that if you're starting with a new offensive line and a new center and all this new stuff, you might as well go with the younger guy that's got more talent than the veteran. But I could be totally wrong on that. I don't know.
Well, here's my thing is I think, and again, I mean, this is not meant to be a criticism of Austin Mack. It's just the reality of the situation. I think you've got another. I think we were talking before the show. I think it'll be similar to a Tua Jayden situation, where Tua is just generationally talented in college, because I mean his ceiling is just so high throwing the ball. I mean, it's just seeing things quickly. I mean, it's two different type scenarios, but you know, if you start Austin Mack this year, first off, is Keelon Russell going to leave? If you start Keelon Russell this year, he's got a full year under his belt of experience.
Right.
Okay? And that to me, experience at the quarterback position means more than anything else in terms of confidence building. It makes you a completely different player.
Right.
I mean, I know the difference I felt between week one and playoff time was I felt like a different guy.
Right.
I mean, is Keelon going to leave? And then you're also putting a year off of him really molding into the quarterback that you think he can be, and his ceiling is so high that right. I just think if it's close, I think you got to make Keelon the guy. I mean, I just do, and I think by week 6, like, again, no matter who they name a starter, I think we're in good hands. But I think week 6, after Keelon's had 6 games to start, your team ceiling is much higher, and you're more capable of making a deeper playoff run.
Yeah, I agree.
My opinion.
Or just, I mean, even if you lose some games and it's not the season that you want, you're still growing towards next year, where you look on paper and next year just works out a lot better because all these guys could potentially come back, like, and you're going to lose some guys, and maybe one of those guys is Ryan Coleman Williams, that you hear got bigger, put in all the time and effort. He's been practicing on the jugs machines, making crazy catches in practice. I wonder if this is the year where he really, like, has that breakout type year, where we thought last year, Shank and I, we thought that he could maybe even be in the Heisman conversation. But he dropped too many balls, and he was missing in some games, and then but you'd always see the flashes of what he's capable of doing. They're saying that he's been just great.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Williams, I want to see him develop from a guy that, to me, I think the one-on-one matchups, I think you win based off just raw talent there. I want to see catches in traffic, protecting the ball, protecting himself, understanding leverage. There was guys that I played with throughout the years who Nick O'Leary reminds me of one, Kenny Shaw, both 2 Florida State guys. Calvin, in his freshman year, he was getting there. He was just a true freshman, but you could tell he had the instincts. Richard Mullaney, Ardarius Stewart was just fearless. And he would go get the ball. He was able to protect himself. And when he didn't, it was just from being just raw toughness, I want to see him develop from that guy who's just going to make plays outside, going up and getting the ball, to the guy who can make those plays intermediate, across the middle of the field, in traffic, understanding where the defense is, understanding leverage, making those catches. Because, last year I always worried when the ball was going over the middle to Ryan Williams, I was always a little nervous about it. Wasn't sure, how that was going to play out. And I think that's really where you can tell if guys really understand it, get it, and understand all the moving pieces, have a feel for the game, a feel for the field.
Yeah.
And that's where I want to see him really come into his own. Because, again, we've talked about it for years. He's one of the most talented receivers we've ever seen. But, packaging it all together where he's got, the instincts, the mentality, the talent. Obviously, the talent's not an issue. But, again, I think, he's 19 years old this year. So,
yeah, he's still young, dude.
Yeah. It's all, again, I think we all knew the experience was going to be a key issue with him early on. And I think he's getting over those humps to where he's becoming that leader who's really understanding and putting it all together now.
When you were on his podcast, what kind of advice did you give him?
Hell, I can hardly remember now. I guess I think I told him to, I can't remember if I think I told him, I don't know. I have to go back and watch it. That's been 3-4 years ago?
No, he hadn't even been there 4 years ago. It was last year.
2 years ago. That was last year?
Yeah.
No, it was 2 mullet tosses ago.
Yeah, 2 mullet tosses ago. This mullet toss, you know what happened. You actually won that mullet toss. Oh, man. Heard from our buddy David. Sent me a letter in the mail. He's, he's our state police friend.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to know what beer I gave you in studio that cost $25 at Total Wine, and it's called PB&J Mixtape by Zool.
Uh-huh.
But very popular. Zool, XUL.
Are they a sponsor of the show?
No, but I'm just telling him because he asked me.
Yeah.
They need to sponsor the show.
Yeah.
Look at you over there, man. You sound like when I watched the next round and they're like, we went to a restaurant. We're not going to tell you what restaurant it is, but it was Italian and it was delicious and it was an Inverness on the You're like, just say it. Who cares? Maybe somebody comes in there and they buy the package from you next time.
Yeah. Well,
we're like drug dealers. Just give a little sample. Sorry for that. You know.
Peanut butter beer. I mean,
it's not bad.
I can drink one, but it's tough to have a few of those.
Well, I think it's yeah, I agree with that. And they have a you know, having this gluten thing. I've had to change my drinking habits, so I've had to drink more of these sours, but they're pretty good. They got a bunch of the good sours. All right, let's get back on track again. Well, we'll know. I think we'll know the quarterback situation. I think Thursday. I got a feeling that when they do the post game Thursday or Friday or whenever they announce quarterback, they're going to announce all the moves.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking James is going to be in a spot. I think Brooks will probably be that swing man on offensive line that this kind of plays different places. You can never have enough guys on the offensive line that can jump in and help. You just can't.
No. No, you got. I mean, well, you know, at least one offensive lineman's going down. I mean,
how it goes.
That's how you gotta. I mean, you gotta have that. I feel like every team I played on, there was one guy who was the sixth man that could play any position. You know.
Yeah. And, who was it? Who was it in 2015?
Who was it in 2015? You got to put me on the spot on this one.
Well, I know you had Ryan.
We didn't have anybody hurt in 2015.
Everybody just stayed healthy.
We didn't get anybody hurt. Yeah.
Won the Outland Award, right? Isn't that for or Joe Moore for the offensive line? Shank was on there. Ryan Kelly, remember him?
Oh yeah, he's coming. He's coming in October. He's coming to a game.
Is he? Is he going to be on the show?
I told him he needs to come join us. I don't know. He may be staying at the farm though, so I'll have to. I don't know if he wants to make that ride there and ride back.
Yeah, we got our first show coming up on September 4th. By the way, it's getting here so fast. It's like 18 days before kickoff. That means 17 days before we're at Innisfree at 1:00.
God, man, how awesome is it going to be to not have to find random shit to watch on Saturdays?
Oh man, I just can't believe how fast it. I mean, I feel like this summer was in a time warp.
It flew by. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
I mean, I think it is because I haven't gotten the boat out enough this summer.
I'm tired of the heat, dude. I'm done with it.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's a little hotter over on your side of the bay, though.
my 6-year-old's like, I hate summer.
Really? Oh, yeah. I don't mind the heat. I don't like the cold. Well, let's bring this up. I know that you made a statement to Alabama and you don't want anybody wearing the number 14 ever again.
Yeah, I got my lawyers involved, you know.
Take my name off of anything, name, image, and likeness because somebody's wearing number 14. Who is wearing number 14, by the way? I'll figure this out.
You know, this is one of those things to me where, again, I don't ever remember a story like this. Do you? I mean,
no, and I'll throw it out there first because I couldn't believe it, honestly, man. It's the most selfish thing I've ever seen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how about the entitlement here? And Lane Kiffin's like, I'm going to agree with Lane on this one. They promised the kid he could wear number 5 if he went to LSU. They lied to his face. That's why he gave him the number 5, because they promised this kid that he was going to be able to wear that number. Like, that was one of the reasons he came to LSU. Guys are pretty superstitious about numbers. You know this. And so they weren't giving that number out. Same thing with Joe Burrow's number. But they gave Daniel's number to this guy, and Lane was like, look, I didn't make the promise, but that was the promise. You're trying to win the locker room over. You're trying to win all these guys that you just took over. I mean, that's a way to do it, but he's pissed off Daniels. And I don't know if there was any kind of like behind the scenes deal here where he was promised something or whatever, but
I mean, even
who cares?
I still, yeah. I mean, who gives a shit if somebody's wearing your number? You know, if a coach called me and said, "Hey, we really need this guy and he wants your number," now look, don't get me wrong. I wasn't Jayden Daniels in college. I didn't want a Heisman Trophy, but you know, I just can't imagine not being like, hell yeah, whatever it takes to make LSU better. You know, right. I mean, if this kid wants 5 and it's going to get him here, then give it to him. I think this era, you know, these kids. I think from my understanding, it's a lot of people around Jayden Daniels in his ear about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think he wants to focus on camp from what I've heard, and he doesn't want to be involved in all this, which, you know, I don't know whose ultimate decision it was to send that letter to LSU, but I mean, you talk about burning a bridge with an organization that you want good relationships with. I mean, I never want to be on the wrong side of Alabama. Like, I love Alabama, love everything about it. I want to support Alabama however I can. And when I go back, I want to see all the people that I played with, you know, worked with, and all the different staff rooms, and it be a positive experience. I mean, you don't get those relationships back.
Right.
Or, I mean, you don't, you know, it's where you went to college and built a history, you know, with an organization like that rarely happens ever again. And, you know, this is not meant to be a shot at Jayden Daniels. It's just the truth. I think he was at Arizona State before.
Yeah.
And comes to LSU, wins a Heisman Trophy. I'm sorry, but that the marketing and just the talent around you at LSU got you that Heisman Trophy. I mean, you don't win a Heisman Trophy on your own.
Right.
And Joe Burrow won a national championship and the Heisman. If anybody should be able to complain about it, is Joe Burrow. I mean, and he just seemed to embrace the LSU culture, the LSU fan base. I mean, he became, you know, one of the, like, a son of Louisiana throughout that whole process. I mean, I don't think of Jayden Daniels as an LSU guy through and through, to me. I mean, and a lot of that has to do with the national championship. I've told this story, I don't know how many times, you know, and I don't look at myself as, you know, I mean, you've got Tua, you got Mack, you got Jaylen, you got Bryce. I mean, all these different guys who have come through there, you know, that have overshadowed my career at Alabama. But I remember being on the sideline of the national championship game, overthrowing Calvin Ridley on one of those plays. And I've told this story before, that if you don't win a national championship, you'll be a completely forgotten quarterback at Alabama. I mean, you had nothing to your name. You just, you know, you made it there, but nobody remembers the loser. And I mean, that's true. You don't win a national championship at one of these elite powerhouse schools. I mean, look, you can win a Heisman, and that means a lot. Don't get me wrong. That goes a long way. But people remember the national championship teams. And I'm sorry, but, you know, Joe Burrow's career was far greater. You don't hear any of this stuff. Now, I don't know if anybody wears number 9 or not anymore.
They haven't, but, you know.
Maybe this is, you know, I don't know, man. I think you're coming in here with creating an enemy at LSU when nothing but help your career. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
LSU is and always will be bigger than Jayden Daniels.
Yeah,
that's just a fact.
No, you're right. So do you have
and I don't know how there's no. Again, I think he's got so many people in his ear. I don't know if he had time to think this through or not. I mean, to me, I just come out and say, look, I overreacted. This is something I wish I could take back. I want to be friends with LSU, and I really just didn't think this through. That's what I would do. But,
yeah, it's hard, man. Like Eli Gold, man, you burn those bridges at these universities, and they're like elephants, man. I mean, they're going to remember that for a long time, especially if it's the same people in charge, right? Like maybe you get a couple administrations down the line, and they forgive you, but man, I mean, you can get exiled fast, even if you're a legend.
Oh yeah, and look, I know he's got money. I know he's got talent. I mean, he'll probably be in the NFL for a long time. It's not like Jayden Daniels is leaning on LSU for any kind of help. But
right.
I mean, again, it's like you're rich, you got all this stuff going on, but at the end of the day, you've burned bridges with people that matter to you and a place that matters to you. You want to be able to take your kids back there and your kids, come to a place where people appreciate you being around, Yeah. I mean, it's just people already respect you at LSU. Somebody wearing number 5 is no disrespect to you. It's you want a Heisman there, dude. You got it made, and you always will. And you've already got money. Like, what
there goes your statue, buddy. There goes that whole statue idea right out the window.
Man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just bigger picture what matters to me.
Yeah, it seems so petty. Do you have a message for Fatua Toa Henry or Tyler Henderson because they have the audacity to share the number 14 at Alabama?
No, that happened all the time.
Was there another 14 on your team?
I think it was Deontay Thompson. I can't remember. To be honest with you.
I'm going to look back in the annals of famous number 14s at Alabama. You got Don Hudson, who's one of the all-time legends at Alabama from 1932 to 1934. And he was a national champion.
I think Deontay wore 14 when I was there on defense.
Did he?
He was Steve 14 Sloan. At one time. I think he wore 14 at Alabama.
Steve Sloan wore number 14. God, you talk about just not only a legend on the football field for Bear Bryant, and Alabama's 1965 national championship QB, but a great guy.
Yep.
There was another guy. What's that?
Deontay wore 14 when. Yep.
Okay. Did you know Steve Sloan?
No.
You signed a football with Don Hudson on there, though, right? Didn't you say a guy has all the national championship quarterbacks on a football?
Yeah. That was for Lyle Kane. Yeah.
But you know what? Hudson played end. He didn't play QB. Okay. Well, Sloan did. Sloan played QB. Right?
Yeah.
There was another guy named John Parker Wilson who wore that number from 2005 to 2008.
Tyler Watts, too.
Tyler Watts. Didn't we play golf with Tyler Watts' brother?
We did.
Yeah, he was cool. Yeah. I like all those guys, man. I like Tyler Watts. I like John Parker Wilson. Steve Sloan. I didn't meet Don Hudson. Steve Sloan was just a legendary great dude. And then you. Wow. And number 14. Do you guys, when you see another number 14, is there like a John Parker, Tyler Watts? Do you guys kind of have a special bond or no big deal?
Doesn't even cross my mind, to be honest with you.
Oh, come on now.
I mean, when somebody younger wears 14, if somebody younger wears 14, is that what you mean? Like when
in general, I mean, I would think that there's a 14 club. There's a 12 club. Remember when 12 was the number?
I mean, I would say with John Parker a little bit because he reached out to me when I was playing, and he was always really nice to me.
Yeah.
I think I may even have. Let me see if I ever mentioned it in a text message to John Parker about 10 years ago. I wonder if I still have those.
Hey, if you kept text messages from 10 years ago, man, you're a better man than me. I'm probably like 4 phones from there. 5 maybe.
Let's see.
Of all the stuff that you've accumulated over the years, and we know about the trophy from the Cotton Bowl and the cigar box from the Tennessee game and these rings and all that stuff. Nothing compares to those nesting dolls from Russia that you're on like the top of it. Like you're the big nesting doll of all the nesting dolls. And you even showed them to me.
I know. It's so funny, man. My mom and my stepdad are moving out of their house, and I mean, going through it, just found all kinds of stuff that I forgot I even had.
Yeah. Vladimir, somewhere in Siberia, was like painting you on a nesting doll. Just bring big dollars for me. We sell at eBay.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's funny. My dad's got one, and I was like, I didn't even know he had it. I stopped by his house on the way back from Orange Beach 2 weeks ago. I was like, I didn't know you had one of these, and then I start opening it, and I'm not in it. It's just Alabama players.
That's not the good one though. That's not the.
I was like, Dad, this is actually kind of weird now.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's Derek and me?
Derek was on it. I wasn't.
I got a joke. I'm going to save it, though. I'll tell you off the air.
Shut up.
Oh God, man. Well, we got football coming up. Today's Tuesday. Can we do a show on Thursday?
Let's do it.
All right. Any final thoughts?
When's the next scrimmage? Is it Thursday?
Oh, dude, I got to do something, man. Good God, we got to do some more show. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi, the Azaleas, the Oaks, 2 amazing golf courses at Dancing Rabbit. I got carried away. I forgot to tell you guys about the people that make this show possible. It always starts with Pearl River. I'll be there next Monday. So Monday and Tuesday, going back home, baby.
There we go.
Gotta go back. You're invited. You can go. I just got to get over there. I got a couple of mullet toss Pearl River sponsored posters that I gotta drop off to our friends. And I got to tell you guys this too, that if you're in the market right now for a new roof, or you're just thinking that there's a storm came by, you want to make sure that your roof's secure. Patriot Roofing and Builders, man, they're going to take care of you. And they do free estimates. So, I mean, if you're shopping around, I don't blame you for that. I do it myself. But when you call Will and Justin, they own the company, they're going to answer. So that's a step in the right direction off the bat. And they do it all. They'll give you the free inspection. Patriot Roofing and Builders do unlimited home building. They have the license to do everything: roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and full home renovations. So give them a shot. I think you're going to really like those guys. And obviously we appreciate them for being part of what we do here on a daily basis. And then the last thing, and it's not least, what's least is work. And that's what I want to get away from when I go to Residence Inn by Marriott Ocean City. Do your next golf adventure. If you're a guy like Coker and you just love to get out on the course and you're out there 2-3 times a week and you're looking for that next great course to play, Residence Inn by Marriott Ocean City, man, they have got you covered there. You're talking about championship golf by day and then Bayside sunsets by night, great food, spacious suites, free breakfast, full kitchens. This is an awesome hotel. Our friend Keith has you covered down there. And don't forget to vote for them, Coastal Style Hotel of the Year, which they don't really even need our help, but we'll give it to them because they're part of our team here. But they just keep winning. They're like Nick Saban. They just keep racking up championships.
Dynasty, huh?
Yeah, dynasty. Did you like my comment about you playing golf 3-4 times a week? How's the back? Are you back on the course yet?
No.
Pun
I mean,
intended.
I'm back. I mean, I've played in scrambles, but I'm not. My back is still jacked up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that a football related injury, or is this from just being 6'5" and
It's
just
from
normal wear and tear?
It's from carrying this podcast, is what it is.
No wonder your back hurts then.
You like that one?
One of those shows where I'm not going to read the comments because they're going to be like, "You laugh too much." Guilty. This is we let our hair down 40 minutes. Anyway. All right, well, let's get back. We'll have a better idea of what's going on by the time we reemerge as a team on Thursday. Guys, please share this podcast. We're on the next round now. We used to be on Cover Crimson, and it's taken a while to kind of get everybody back here to where we're at now. But a lot of great stuff going on at the next round. It's been 5 years since the guys broke away and started their own thing. I would say that LT is one of my best buddies. I love hanging out with Ryan Brown and Jim Dunaway, and I'm just, it's so cool to kind of be a small part of what those guys are doing on a twice a week basis. So make sure that you subscribe, tell your friends that we're here, and we're just pounding out shows for you guys. We're doing it for you, for the Alabama fan, and maybe you're an Auburn fan and you just want to know what's going on. You guys are welcome here too. Maybe we'll talk about you guys, seeing how your season's going. We got enough problems though right now. We gotta focus on offensive line.
We don't have Auburn type problems though.
No. Well, no. If our worst scenario would probably be closer to their best scenario, but you got to go out there and play. They may surprise everybody. I mean, honestly, I've seen them do it before. I hate those years.
Yeah.
I like the seasons like they had last year. And their coach looks dejected, like, dang nabbit, we were this close,
Oh yeah. Yeah. The next job is on the horizon.
Yeah, you can see he's getting fired in his eyes, right? And I don't think they were that far off last year. I've said this before. Honestly, I don't think I would have stuck by the guy because of the money and the fact that they just had some bad breaks. And
I'm afraid they've got a good guy now, though.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that too. But the other guy was highly successful. He lost me when he made that girl take off the Grateful Dead shirt, though. It was offensive to him.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a story that came out, and you wanna turn me on you. You start dissing the boys right there. All right. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell, guys. We will talk to you again soon. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. The Azaleas, the Oaks, 2 amazing golf courses at Dancing Rabbit. Gonna hit Philip M. Steakhouse next time I'm there, I guess Monday. Mom and Them's Restaurant. They've got a guy named Dwight Yoakam coming to perform in concert in October, which I was thinking about going to. I love that performer, but they always have big time acts. It's an hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 and change from Birmingham. Slots that they have there are as good as you're going to find between here and Vegas. And we appreciate their support. I'm going to play the high five commercial for everybody because it's going to motivate me to go to the gym. Roll Tide.
On today's show, 2 legends call their own plays at Pearl River Resort. Wow, Jake's first throw scores. And Steve's got the crowd pumped. They're absolutely rolling.
'Cause I don't have to be me. So Monday, Friday, Saturday,
These 2 still got game.
Come call your own plays
At Pearl River Resort. Let's roll.
I don't have to be